Hello again, it's Dr. John Brown with another update from my family practice. It's now the middle of August 2020 and the coronavirus pandemic seems to be somewhat under control in Ontario. Things are opening up again, but really we're still a long way off being normal. And many of you are asking, are you open for business yet? Because the worst of the crisis appears to be over. Because people are following public health guidelines, the virus is being contained to a pretty good degree, but we're still not back to normal and won't be for at least a year or two in my estimation. As you've seen in the news, no doubt, it only takes a few people acting irresponsibly to send the virus right back into the community yet again. So these days I do as much of my direct patient contact work as virtual visits, which is a phone call or a video consultation without us being in the same physical space. There are benefits and drawbacks to these types of visits. The benefits include no travel or time off work for the patient. They just need to take a break for 10 or 15 minutes and then they're done. In any in-person visit in the office, a lot of what I'm doing anyway is listening to you and then asking relevant questions so we can cover a lot of ground virtually because I'm doing the same thing. Also, my background knowledge of you helps me in making decisions and planning our next steps. The drawbacks are I can't perform a physical examination or procedures such as injections. With telephone consultations, there are no visual clues, but in many cases that's not critical. With video calls, I can interact with you more fully, see your facial expressions and so on, and even do a limited visual assessment. And occasionally after a virtual visit, I will need to see you to further check you out. And as long as you screen negative for COVID on questioning, I'll see you in the office as required with appropriate masking and sanitizing precautions. For the time being, when I'm first talking to you for a concern, it will be with a telephone call or a video conference, depending on the topic and what technology you have, phone, tablet, computer. Our electronic medical system now is a video visit module, so that within 48 hours of your appointment time, you get a link, and when you hit that a couple of minutes before the start time, you'll be in the virtual waiting room, and hopefully not for too long. I'll then start the meeting when I'm free. So I want to cover 4 quick points to set yourself up for the best video virtual visit. We're so used to seeing television interviews coming from homes and offices and not the studios, but you can all be sure that all these interviewees were given a detailed technical briefing by the network before they went on air for the very first time. So I think we should take the same care to set up our own little mini studios for doing these video visits. Firstly, make sure that you're somewhere quiet and not likely to be disturbed. That means no clattering of dishes in the background, people talking, vacuum cleaners, washing machines, cats, dogs, etc. I actually did a little sign outside my home office when I'm working, so people won't come right in. Next, lighting is very important for me to see you properly. Sitting with your back to a window means that you're just a silhouette, and it's difficult for me to see you and your facial expressions. It's better to turn yourself around 180 degrees and face the window so that the daylight is shining on you. Or, if you're using artificial lighting, position it so that it's pointed at you enough to let me see you. I actually bought an inexpensive LED light, which is right there, usually behind the computer screen, and it plugs into the computer's USB port. Gives great light. Sound is equally important. Because I'm doing so many of these calls, I bought a $50 Bluetooth headset with a boom microphone, which means that you can hear me clearly. When you use your smartphone on speaker without earbuds or a headset, I often hear my voice echoing because your signal is delayed by a couple of seconds, and then it plays back what I just said to you, and it's really difficult to continue like that. So whenever possible, put in earbuds that came with your phone or a headset, and it gives much better quality sound for me. Last, know where your camera is on your device. On most computers, it's at the top of your screen or actually attached to the unit itself. On your phone, it's usually a little dot at the top of the phone when you hold it vertically. The best position for the camera is at or even slightly above eye level, which is where I am right now. But position your phone horizontally. It gives me a bigger view on the screen. Also, stability. Not moving it around makes it much easier for me to follow what you're saying. So even a cheap $10 tripod or propping your phone up on some books or a small box makes a big difference to the quality of the image. To sum up, just do these simple tips and you'll get a much better image to me, and I'm trying to do the same for you so that it does become a quality type of visit. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button down to your right of this video, and when I do a new update you'll get a notification. So thank you, and keep posted for the next update. I'll be sending them on a regular basis through the late summer and fall to update you on upcoming questions that are being asked, such as flu shots, what about physicals, what about routine blood testing, and so on. So I'll update these by topic over the next few weeks.